तव कथामृतं तप्तजीवनं कविभिरीडितं कल्मषापहं श्रवणमङ्गलं श्रीमदाततं भुवि गृह्णन्ति ते भूरिता जनाः. Dear devotees, on this very auspicious day, Kalpataru day, let us meditate on Sri Ramakrishna wholeheartedly. First, be seated comfortably. Your worries, disappointments, failures, depression, recent COVID-related stress and troubles, and such emotions and problems firmly hold and press you, though you do not want them. Put down the bundles of such emotions in front of the holy feet of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. Even when an ordinary shadow of tree gives the cooling effect, think about the peace and grace that are offered by Kali Yuga Kalpataru Sri Ramakrishna. In Nitya Puja, we meditate upon this Devaloka Kalpataru every day and worship by uttering Om Kalpavrikshaya Namaha. An ordinary Devaloka Kalpataru, that is, wish-fulfilling tree, grants you everything, good or bad, that you seek without weighing the merits and intention of the seeker. But Sri Ramakrishna, the Kalpataru, bestows his devotees the boons that spiritually awake him. This Kalpataru offers the best and everlasting ultimate benefit of spiritual awakening after examining the following. Who are we? What are our merits? Do the boons that we seek really give us the everlasting benefits? Does the world benefit from such boons? Like this: He who descended and incarnated in the earth as Sri Rama and Sri Krishna, the same Supreme Being, has now come in the form of Sri Ramakrishna, declares Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. The Supreme God, when incarnated an avatar as Sri Rama, the ratio between dharma and adharma was 1:10. Rama was the embodiment of dharma, whereas Ravana with his 10 heads symbolized adharma. Neglecting the advice of his brother Vibhishana, Ravana isolated and abandoned him from his kingdom and country. Seeking refuge, Vibhishana approached and pleaded Lord Rama and stood in the air, awaiting Rama's acceptance of his surrender. Rama consulted with the members of his elegant camp, and with their consensus, he wholeheartedly provided shelter to all through the surrendered devotee Vibhishana and freed him of all fears and dangers. Dear devotees, with immense devotion, let us recite with folded hands the Ramayana Charama Sloka, which is highly regarded as Sri Rama's benedictory statement, Abhaya Vakyam, a solemn pledge to protect oneself from all fears who submits himself to Rama. Sakruteva prapannaya tavasmiti chayachate abhayam sarva bhutebhyo dadami etat vratam mama. Meaning, Rama says, quote, the one who fully seek my shelter and plead for my mercy and say, O Rama, I am yours, I belong to you, to such a person I shall certainly offer my protection and save him from all creatures. This is my vow. Rama took this vow not just for the sake of protecting Vibhishana alone, but for all devotees who seek refuge in him. Upon hearing the mercy-filled, graceful words of Sri Ramachandra Murthy, Vibhishana was cooled. Like that, dear devotees, may your mind attain peace. Let Sri Rama Shakti abundantly grow in you. Let us silently, with great enthusiasm, let us all chant Om Ramaya Namaha. Om Ramaya Namaha. Om Ramaya Namaha. Thus, our Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna came as Sri Rama in Treta Yuga and blessed us. Followed by Treta Yuga, the earth in Dwapara Yuga witnessed more deterioration than the previous Yuga due to predominant forces of adharma over dharma. The ratio between dharma and adharma was 5:100, as represented by 5 Pandavas and 100 Kauravas. Then the Lord incarnates as Sri Krishna and freed devotees from miseries through Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna was stunned and confused in the battlefield as his mind was filled with grief, doubts, hesitation, etc. Krishna taught Gita to dispel all doubts and make him steadfast to face the crisis successfully. Gita was not only taught to Arjuna, but it was taught relevantly for the sake of protecting us from the battlefield of life as we are trapped in the vicious cycle of fondness. Like Arjuna, let us kneel in front of Krishna and recite with folded hands the benedictory statement of Sri Krishna. Ananyas chintayanto mam ye janaha paryupasati tesham nityabhyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. Meaning, Krishna says, those who take refuge in me think of none but me always, united in me through devotion. To them I take responsibility of granting everything needed and preserving everything granted. Adi Shankara says the meaning of the yoga and kshema. Getting the rarest things is yogam. Preserving such things without losing is called kshemam. Thus, Sri Rama came in Treta Yuga and declared the concept of Sharanagati. The same Sharanagati was explained by Sri Krishna in the subsequent Dwapara Yuga through various ways. But the present Kali Yuga becomes worst in sustenance of dharma. All valuable moral elements and goodness attributes such as truth, purity, patience, mercy, peace, etc. are getting degraded every day as people only desires and aspires for material pursuits, what Sri Ramakrishna calls Kamini Kanchanam, to satisfy merely the bodily needs than the spiritual. They are ready to compromise dharma for material pursuits. The values are only in the text but not in practice. Vanity and lavishness seems to be the order of the day. Here, the life of a human depends mainly on food and food alone to satisfy senses, and the consciousness is lost. Seeing the pathetic and hopeless state of our life in this Kali Yuga, the ever merciful Almighty, who took avatars as Rama and Krishna for protecting us once again, incarnated as Sri Ramakrishna to show infinite grace on us. Though the assuring messages on protection of devotees observing Sharanagati were given during his previous avatars, devotees could not understand them, could not follow them. Knowing the overall weakness and lack of confidence in people of this yuga, Sri Ramakrishna explained these messages to them. Sri Ramakrishna explained these messages to them very simply so that even a child could easily understand. Yes, it was on 1st January 1886 that great incident took place. Sri Ramakrishna declared and revealed himself as Kalpataru on that day only. He remained Kalpataru before the declaration also and is an ever Kalpataru, Nitya Kalpataru. It was not just a single day drama holding the divine ecstatic events on that day of Kalpataru declaration, but an ever blissful event that delights the mind as well as awakes the soul to elated state. Let us remind the Kalpataru even for a moment. It is because of his mercy on the devotees, Sri Ramakrishna, though suffered from bodily ailments, stood up, danced, and gave immense blessings and bliss to all devotees assembled there to have darshan of him on this holy day. Girish Babu, the great artist, kneeled in front of the blissful face of Sri Ramakrishna. Now, let us all imagine that we are in that state. We also bow down to Sri Ramakrishna in that same fashion. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna asked Girish Babu, "Well, Girish, what have you seen in me that you proclaim me before everybody as an incarnation of God?" Dear devotees, visualize yourself saying what Girish immediately replied to Sri Ramakrishna. Quote, "O Gurudeva, the merciful Guru, what can an insignificant person like myself say about the one whose glory even sages like Valmiki and Vyasa could not adequately describe?" said Girish Babu with folded hands. You please repeat mentally and visualize. You also said the same thing to Sri Ramakrishna so that the blessings will be on you. On hearing these words that were uttered by Girish with overwhelming emotions, Gurudev Sri Ramakrishna was profoundly moved. He was deeply into trance state. Girish knelt before the Master and held his holy feet and uttered, "Jai Ramakrishna, Jai Ramakrishna, Jai Ramakrishna." Likewise, let us all utter 3 times mentally, if possible, loudly. After a while, Sri Ramakrishna said with the inwardly molten state, "What more shall I say? I bless you all. Tomar Chaitanya Hok. May you be spiritually awakened." And he touched and blessed everybody assembled there. The event is the bestowal of freedom from fear and a shift from uncertainty to reality by revealing himself. Let us all imagine that the divine hands of our dearest Master touch our head and bless us. The blessing words of our Master are not only a benedictory statement with the solemn words, but a powerful mantra vakyam, not mere mangala vakyam. The Supreme Being who incarnated as Rama and Krishna in previous yugas and blessed us with the same God that blesses the people of entire world as God incarnated Sri Ramakrishna. He gave the same assurance, I will destroy the past sins of those who surrender to me, to the devotees on 1st January 1886, the Kalpataru day. Dear devotees, now close your eyes gently and meditate upon that Kalpataru for a few moments. Tomar Chaitanya Hok, may you be spiritually awakened. What is the significance of these great blessings? A common man will question, what do we gain by this Ashirvadam? What will happen when spiritual awakening occurs? You will understand what a wonderful blessings we are getting from Sri Ramakrishna. By a single stroke of a matchstick, a room where darkness has dwelt 1,000 years can be immediately illuminated and that thick darkness dispelled. We can understand the spiritual awakening by the words of Swami Vivekananda. Let the majestic holy presence of Swami Vivekananda come in front of your eyes. He said and explained the importance of spiritual awakening in man. He says, arise, awake, awake from this hypnotism of weakness. None is really weak. The soul is infinite, omnipotent, and omniscient. Stand up, assert yourself, proclaim the God within you. Do not deny Him. Too much of inactivity, too much of weakness, too much of hypnotism has been and is upon our race. O ye modern Hindus, dehypnotize yourself. The way to do that is found in your own sacred books. Teach yourself. Teach everyone his real nature. Call upon the sleeping soul and see how it awakes. Power will come, glory will come, goodness will come, purity will come, and everything that is excellent will come when this sleeping soul is roused to self-conscious activity. Dear devotees, this is what we get. All the excellent things we will get. In excellent things, all our material gains also, what is we require, that we will get. Dear devotees, that the blessings of Sri Ramakrishna bestow us all the benefits, including Yogam and Kshemam. What the rarest things we will get, Yogam. To preserve that is Kshemam. Both we will get. May you all get blessings of Sri Ramakrishna is my prayer on this holiest occasion of Kalpataru Day. Jai Sri Ramakrishna. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.